Hello. My name is Eddie Bhila. I am the author of the Black Chronicles Reflections from the Dark Side, and I'm out here with Umenzi, and we are doing some recording of some of the poems that we have here on the Reflection from the Dark Side. So I think it's a moment of reflecting on some of these um, situations that have been captured between these pages. So yeah, here we go. Gosh, let's start with love's grief. Yo, all right. And I think this poem is self-explanatory. I am love. So here it goes. Love's grief. How can I love you when my first memories of you are of my father hitting your face against the wall, using your body as a punching bag, leaving you bruised and afraid, blue-eyed and half blind to his bullshit as he kissed you goodbye in the morning, going to work. And you just sat mourning your lost tooth, but still determined to make it work. How can I love you when my brother, being my father's son, believes in the powers of fist and straightening up a woman bending out of shape, like a hot rod banged against the table? And not bang like the Big Bang theory of how the universe was formed, a once-off bang that supposedly gave way to life. No. And not bang like how you bang a drum to produce sounds pleasing to the ears of a little boy in the room next door as he lay in bed about to sleep. No. But bang like the sound of a gunshot sending chills down the spine of that little boy next door, knowing that someone is being killed tonight. And there is nothing he can do about it except say a little prayer with his hands covering up his ears to block the cries from the other side, while his face fills up with tears. But he loves her, like his father loves his mother. But how can I love you when the first lesson learned of woman was how you derail the progress of the whole human race by presenting that juicy, luscious apple to that unsuspecting, susceptible yet blameless man whom in his loneliness, thirst and hunger failed to resist you and your fruit? Now all you are is a bearer of fruit, a homeless tree on the side of the street where any man in his journey rests on your shade. Feed on your fruit to quench his thirst and be on his way. How do I love you when I have never seen a way to love that looks more like love than hate? When my peers impregnate and discard mother and daughter, but cherish and treasure if said child be son to pass on their shameless names and carry on forth their shameless gene and live to witness how the poor in mind treat those that depend on them for love and security. What is to love you when lovers fire shots aimed at the hearts of those they claim to love? And not shots like Cupid's shots, whose shots will set your heart beating, filled with uncontrollable affection, desires, and a zeal for life. But gunshots meant to stop a heart from beating. Love wearing the face of hate. They are both siblings, raised under the same roof, born of the same mother and father. Their looks both resemble the father. Two sides of the same coin. Both grew up in the same chilling sound Both grew up to the same chilling sound of the silently crying mother as father punched away. Hate became him as he punched at his girlfriend's body like a punching bag, just as he has seen how his father did. But just a doorway, love laid in bed, trying to slip away into a safe space and say a prayer that his hands heal all it touches, and that his voice breathes life and undo his family curses. Well, how can I love you? For I am love itself, living to rectify the errors of my fathers and brothers. The end. Oh yeah, so that was Love's Griff. Yeah, a very deep one and painful one. But anyway, we're moving on. Not to somber up or dampen the mood. I mean, this is supposed to be an exciting time. We're out here in the open space. Yeah, enjoying the breeze. I'll just move on to Royal Flush. A short one. Relax. So, here we go. Royal Flush. Bit of background. No. Royal Flush. We are still biting too much when we claim the ball is on us. When our forefathers' decisions added more weights than donuts. It is indeed our play, but the ball was left behind in history. Like the death of our leaders, which still remains a mystery. For when the kings died, their sons became slaves, and the new masters danced in the center of their royal graves, and on the bodies of their royal daughters, producing infidels. and on the heads of the princes that got whitewashed and baptized in peace as they crawled under the master's table in search of temporary bliss. Dignity lost, new virtues assigned, slave mentality abound. We forgot who we were, so we know not who we are. Systematic amnesia. Now we depend on their system to guide us forth towards the glory hole that can only fit one of us at a time. A success story meant to excuse all their crimes. The land is ours, but the rules are theirs, so we remain on the margins of time. For the real game changers change the rules, while we run around chasing after a wild goose in search of a ball long lost in the garden grass, amongst other things. We were once kings. Well, yeah, I mean, no, I mean, it just says a lot. I mean, should we pay for the land or should we not pay for the land? Who made those rules? Who benefits from that? Hey, the leaders are dead. Dead. Deads. Oh, gosh, our fathers. It's all their fault. Oh yeah, and the future generation is gonna blame us for the same things. But anyway, we should be ready and willing to take the blame. Yeah. So let me move on to the next one. Should I? This one is titled "A Graduate's Lamentation." Those times. A whole lot of young people are graduating right now, coming out to the world. And they're seeing all of these things, and they're going to be confronted with some of the things which are written down here. So let me just go to it. A graduate's lamentation. How I really feel: betrayed, lied to, misled, and taken for a ride. My time wasted in pursuit of a mirage of success. My passion set aside in service of a misguided theory. Told education was the key, but came out to find a million doors to open. Struggling to open them, then told your qualification cannot open here. Try next door. The next door sign says experience the preferred key. The next door silently says friends and family only. Or some doors have the key codes. Some doors have the key locks color coded. You have to be fluent in Afrikaans. Well, the thirst grows stronger with every try. The water keeps moving further and further away. I've got the key. I've got the key. Yet no one really knows where it opens. No one really knows if it will ever work. But we live in faith. Nothing in life guaranteed. Yet they told me education would make it easier. Study so you don't suffer like we did. Studied, yet it seems like I suffer more than you did. Would it not have been better if I had gone straight to work from school? I'd be a manager by now, in a restaurant, or in the mines with scarred palms and an aching spine and a life expectancy of 50 or less. Who knows? Is money the only reason I should work? I wonder. Or is making a difference the purpose of this life? But how do you make a difference with an empty stomach and broken shoes in a superficial world? How do you encourage the youth with a waning smile, broken lips, and a stitched pair of jeans from when you were still in college? Money, money, money the goal. Lose morals, lose standards, and lose yourself in pursuit of money. What morals when hunger will kill a monk in a monastery? What standards when nudity is criminal and these jeans are finished? What self when I am dying anyway? You are already lost since no one looks at you twice. A social discard that thought education would make him better. An educated fool feeding off a family's scraps. And now you want to complain about the size of your chicken piece? But I have the key. I have the key, but I feel it. But I feel it is getting a bit too heavy to hold. Maybe I should put it down and pick up some change and see what difference it makes. I have been fooled. I am back where I said I would not go. My whole motivation was escaping this, and now I have to scrap flaws. The difference between knowing better and being better. I feel tricked. They said if I took this path, I would not end up in this place. This maze never ceases to amaze. In the middle of nowhere or somewhere just too blinded to know where. Money, money, I feel in need. Well, alrighty. Okay, so let's see if I can do one more All right. Let me do our love culture. Our love culture. We sunk trying to build a relationship using the remnants of our parents' broken ships. When love in our homes was hearsay, a rumor substantiated by blue eyes in the morning like ghost stories. When love was an excuse for a broken man laying hands on her face, unaware that he was laying hate in its place. And the weight of hate sinks the ship while love is meant to keep it afloat. Now, if I loved you, I would love you the same. And you would not know better because your father was no different and your mother no wiser. These descendants from the era of hate took that hate home and locked the gates, doors, and windows so it doesn't escape. The era of struggle that birthed these men with hearts full of anger, self hate, and an inferiority complex that complicated our lives and now our love. We inherited this confusion, and now I dare say I love you, not knowing the true meaning of these words. All I know for sure is that I want you, but I love you seems more convincing. You see, by the time he was my age, my father already had 7 kids by 4 different women. And by the time he was my age, my older brother had 5 by 3 women. I already have 1 by 1 and probably running towards you for my second with 2. Though slightly delayed because my younger brother seems to be on schedule since he already has 2 by 2. And the shameless fact is that all these kids are raised by their mothers whom we no longer love, no longer loved by, yet we expect that they raise our daughters with the love we withheld, our sons with the care we never showed them when we were still lovers. We unwittingly became memories, walking, talking memories that they constantly have to keep alive. Memories they have to raise when they would rather erase, because these bastards resemble their fathers to the point of hurt. You would swear we were the only ingredients, and she merely an oven for the baking. And in retort, she said, you should have used self-raising. Well, that's so funny. That is the legacy my father taught. And so if I say I love you, maybe what I meant to say at length is whether you could have one of my babies to raise. After all, I am my father's son. There is no shame in admitting that love is not my culture. And if you dare try to build with me, that ship will sink. Damn. Oh, okay. I think that's fine, right? We're good. Yeah. So the Black Chronicles. Well, the easiest way to get a copy is you can even get an ebook from that. You can get a hard copy. Well, there are other ways of getting the copy. But anyway, we'll chat once you have my contacts. And of course, you can leave a comment at the bottom here and we'll get in touch with you. But that's it. And thank you very much for having me. Here's 2 words in my mouth. You heard those words from my mouth.